In 1957, during the height of the Cold War, the Soviet Union prepared to launch the first living creature into orbit. The space race was heating up, and after the success of Sputnik 1, the Soviets wanted to take the next step, sending a living being beyond Earth. They chose a dog. Her name was Laika. Laika was a stray, found wandering the streets of Moscow. She was small, calm, and able to survive in cold weather. Scientists believe these traits made her the ideal candidate for spaceflight. She was one of several dogs trained for the mission, but eventually Laika was selected for what would become one of the most historic and tragic missions in space history. The spacecraft, Sputnik 2, was designed and built in just a few weeks. It was rushed because the Soviet leadership wanted it launched in time for the 40th anniversary of the Bolshevik Revolution. There was no time to develop a recovery system. From the start, the mission was known to be one way. Laika would go into space, but she would not come back. In preparation for the flight, Laika was trained to sit in confined spaces for long periods. She was placed in progressively smaller boxes to get her used to the tight capsule environment. She was also exposed to simulations of rocket launch conditions using spinning machines and loud noises. The training was intense but necessary for a mission that had never been attempted before. On November 3, 1957, Laika was launched aboard Sputnik 2. She became the first animal to orbit the Earth. During launch, her vital signs were monitored. Her heart rate increased dramatically, as expected, but eventually stabilized once she reached orbit. The Soviet government claimed at the time that Laika survived for several days in space, but decades later, it was revealed that Laika died just a few hours after launch. Due to a failure in the capsule's thermal control system, the temperature inside the spacecraft rose rapidly. Laika died from overheating and stress, likely within 4 to 5 hours. Although the mission ended in her death, Laika's flight provided scientists with critical data. She showed that a living organism could survive the forces of launch, experience weightlessness, and remain alive, at least briefly, in space. These insights were important for planning future human missions. Laika's mission was controversial. Many people around the world were upset that an animal was sent to die in space with no plan for recovery. Even some of the Soviet scientists involved later expressed regret about how the mission was handled. Over the years, Laika became a symbol, not just of scientific progress, but of the ethical questions that come with it. Her image appeared in stamps, artwork, and monuments. In 2008, Russia unveiled a memorial to Laika near the facility where she trained. A small statue of her standing on top of a rocket. Laika didn't volunteer for spaceflight. She had no choice. But her mission marked a turning point in space exploration. She paved the way for human spaceflight by proving that life could survive, at least for a time, beyond Earth. Her journey ended in tragedy, but her story continues to be remembered as a key moment in humanity's path to the stars.